and admitted some more truth that I already been telling y'all. I recently made this video. I suggest y'all go watch it because it goes in deeper details on what I'm about to say. So the mark of the beast is what you see right there. I break down that it's actually a bioweapon, and the main driving force of these bioweapons are quote-unquote viruses, which are really one- and two-dimensional parasites, quote-unquote demons, and bacteria, which are one- and two-dimensional beings that are neutral but can be taken over by parasites, the viruses, just like we can, because they're beings just like us on a lower dimension. Now in Revelations, it says, "First went and poured out his vial upon earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men who took the mark of the beast, and upon them that worship his image." A vial is a small cylindrical glass or plastic bottle that's used to hold liquids, powders, or samples. People most often use vials for storing medicine, vaccines, laboratory chemicals, perfumes, or essential oils. Now imagine this vial being used in bacteria, but the only difference here is that it's injected into an insect. Now check out this clip. It's about to tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
They were announcing bold new actions by the Trump administration to improve care, accelerate research, and speed innovation for Americans living with Lyme disease, with alpha-gal syndrome, and other tick-borne diseases. Too many Americans spend months or even years searching for answers. Too many are misdiagnosed, and too many go untreated. We're changing that.
A biological weapon of mass destruction is a system that uses living microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, or fungi, or toxic substances produced by organisms deliberately released to cause a mass death, severe illness, or fear in humans, animals, or plants. So essentially what they did was place a parasite inside a bacteria. The bacteria then infected the insect. The insect then affects the human. It's covert, silent, and no one would suspect this. And also, you gotta wonder why things like ticks is hard to kill. It's because it's a bioweapon. You see, everything started with smallpox, in which was eradicated in 1980. But what they did was gain a function to it, creating more quote-unquote viruses. What the gain of function did was increase transmission, made it more covert, and made specific diseases manifest in your body. The smallpox was used to get our consent in order to take the marks. So the smallpox vaccine had the virus with the gain of function attached to it, eventually causing the quote-unquote AIDS epidemic, in which was really a pandemic, because what they did, like I said, was gain of function to the smallpox, making it more transmissible so it can affect as many people as possible. And clearly it slowly destroys your immune system, allowing diseases to form, and allowing you to be a lifetime customer. Not only did smallpox create HIV, it also created chickenpox. Notice the year again, 1980. And this ultimately led to what happened in the mid-90s that caused all the children to be wrong, to be altered in some way or form. It's that vaccine schedule in America. This is all a plan. Now, there's a lot of similarities to things because they are the same thing. It always starts off with that skin infection. That scares everyone. But as I said, when they gain a function, it starts off that way, but then it disappears while it slowly destroys the inside of your body instead of your immune system pushing it out. That's what we see when it happens. But like I said, they basically envelope these parasites, putting armor onto it, which allows the body to not see it. So instead of the immune system pushing out, like I said, they actually go inside your nervous system and hide from your immune system. Ironically, around the same time, guess what pops up? Lyme disease. The initial outbreaks always starts in the mid-1970s, but somehow, right after they eradicated the smallpox, in which they used to create this new diseases, in 1981, somehow, they done discovered what it is. They done isolated it to create more vaccines. It really doesn't take rocket science to see what the fuck these people been doing our whole lives. And all it takes for us to wake up and do something about it, even if it's as simple as not taking the vaccines. The hot sauce is not what we need, bro. Unless you like being under their control, because that's their whole point, and what I've been proving this whole time. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it, y'all be guys.